Right, so I've imported my Pans Labyrinth clip into GarageBand, and now I need to work out what I want to do to really enhance the visual and create the most effective music possible. So looking through the clip, there's lots of parts that you can pick out to make as effective as possible. So we begin with this, this hourglass here. So pressing play, I'm going to mute this because we don't want to hear it. I just want to watch it without music. Homes in on that, and we've then got our scene. So we've got the girl and we've got this monster character. So they are the two characters within this scene. We keep on coming back to that hourglass, so we might want to do something in the music to represent that. So we now focus in on the girl's face. Now, from what we understand of this scene as a standalone scene, is that the monster is just completely static there, and to the best of the girl's knowledge, she thinks the monster is just static and not able to move. So we see this curiosity come across her face, and she looks down on these grapes, looks back kind of curiously to the monster, and then we see these fairies come around, and they seem to be encouraging her not to do anything. You see them shaking their heads, and she then eats one of these grapes. So in my piece, I've tried to make this, really pick this out and enhance this moment in the music. As she eats this grape, this seems to be the kind of a big moment. So at the moment of now, that's what I want to pick out. And you then see the fairies' faces. They cover their faces and they look a bit shocked. So we then home in on the monster's face, and this is probably the biggest climactic moment we've seen so far, and it's the close up on the fingers and as they move. This is the moment we realise that the monster is alive. Another moment I've tried to pick out is here, putting the eyes in the hands. Really building, trying to grow in this, growing to one climax here as the hands go over the face. I've then also tried to look at the mouth there and tried to create a sound to represent some kind of otherworldly, alien kind of sound coming out of the mouth. The girl seems to be completely unaware of the monster moving towards her. And this is a section where I really want to build the intensity, in this section. Now we start to see her head turn here. Now for me, this needs to be really a really big climax. The girl doesn't show that much fright on her face, but she's now seen the monster. And at this point, after we've had our kind of climax, I want to introduce movement in the music to represent her running. So lots of movement. I want to create more intensity throughout this chase scene. The girl runs, the monster chases her. She reaches the wall. Another moment we should be picking out. We return to this hourglass. This is a common theme coming back, this hourglass. I want to pause here for a short period to kind of create some contrast in the music before then continuing. She's going up, maybe the pitch should be going up alongside that. We can see the opportunity to escape. Growing, growing, growing. Big moment there. He reaches for her. doesn't quite grab her. There. And she escapes. So they are really the key points I want to pick out in this clip. I think overall the big climax would be when she finally realizes the monster is there and alive there. I think picking out the movement of the running is really important, and considering some kind of musical idea to represent the different characters. The girl as the main character, the monster as the other main character, and I've also chosen to use chimes within the orchestral kit to represent these fairies as a musical cliche, kind of representing magic. These are a fictional creature, so I want to use the chimes as a kind of a way of jogging the viewer and listener's memory of the idea of magic within film. So they're the key points I would consider before I start composing for this in GarageBand.